Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about how Destiny and Destiny 2 saved my life at a time when I was at my lowest, and then also how it kind of took control of my life and in a negative way. Around about 6 years ago, I was going through a really tough time with health issues, which now has been diagnosed as Crohn's disease. But at the time, I pretty much got labelled a mental case because no one could figure out what was wrong with me. And they just said, there's nothing wrong with you, you've got a mental problem, and your mental health issues are causing you physical health issues, which made me go even crazier. So I still had the actual physical pain that was driving me absolutely crazy, that I thought I was dying. I then had mental health issues, and then I also had mental health issues caused by doctors telling me that there was nothing wrong with me, and I just had a mental health problem. So I was absolutely spiraling out of control and contemplated suicide because I was getting no support from doctors at all, and I was getting no answers, and I just struggled for years, and it was really, really hard. I was really in a dark place, and it was really hard to get out of that dark place. I came across Destiny, and I'd never played really a game like Destiny before, and it took me away from the real world that I was struggling with, and it took me into a different reality, I guess. And I didn't have to move. I just sat and played. Well, here we go. As you can see at the moment in Destiny, there's this event called Solstice of Heroes. You get an armor set, and then you have to complete these tasks. And when you complete this armor set, you get another armor set. And then when you get that armor set, same thing, you have to complete more tasks. But these tasks are much more grindier. And then after you finish that armor set, you get another armor set, and that has tasks. And the tasks on that are extremely hard. And that was one of the reasons why I connected with Destiny, because of the challenge. There's challenges in this game. It's not just like a game where you can play and pause and reset if you make a mistake. If you try to do a raid, you make a mistake, the whole team dies, and you have to go back to the checkpoint and try to complete it again. There was times where I was a beginner and hadn't done a raid before, and learnt off these amazing people who were my friends, who I actually haven't spoken to in a while because which I'll get to later on. But I made some amazing friends, and we would do raids. I would do 3 raids in one day, sometimes even more. Like, I was really, really proficient in Destiny 2, or Destiny 1 especially, around Age of Triumph. But yeah, I'm a very all-in type person. OCD, I guess. And so when I want to do something, I try to do it with the best of my ability. And it was the same with Destiny. I went from being a personal trainer who would train every day. I'd train people every day. I'd surf nearly every day. And I went from not being able to do that. And so Destiny gave me that opportunity to challenge myself, but it was in a different way. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a massive challenge. And it took over my mind, which was in a very dark place. and gave me something to, yeah, to challenge myself. So because I was incapable of moving pretty much some days. Some days I was in so much pain, I actually would probably laid on the lounge for about a year and I didn't do anything. Thanks to Destiny, it saved my mental health. It didn't save my physical health because it kind of made my physical health worse because I wasn't wanting to do anything because I was addicted to Destiny, I guess. Well, I was addicted to gaming because there's so much content to do that you kind of want to, if there's a challenge, you want to do it. And every week there's a reset. So in Destiny, it's not like you have a game, you complete it, you're finished. In Australia, it's Wednesday morning, or yeah, Wednesday when you wake up in the morning, Destiny resets. So all challenges are reset. There's a new challenge on a different planet. There's different mods for strikes, like different modifiers. There's a new nightfall. There's different raid challenges. So it's like the game starts fresh every Wednesday. And the aim of Destiny is to level up. And you're continuously trying to level up. And at the same time, you're trying to get god roll weapons, high tier armor. So it's not the type of game where you just play it and you finish. It's pretty much like a never-ending game, and it evolves. It evolves every season. They have a new annual. You have an annual pass, but then you have seasons in the annual pass as well. So I had become mentally a lot better because Destiny took me away from the reality of my physical pain and my health issues, which was fantastic. And it gave me people to talk to too, because I was playing online doing raids, so I was always communicating with people. So that's one thing that was good. The bad thing was though that physically, I just wasn't doing anything. I wasn't getting up even to go for a walk around the block. I was just sitting and I'd wake up, play Destiny until 12 o'clock at night, 1 a.m. So I'd play Destiny pretty much 8 hours to 10 hours a day, I reckon, at that point in time. That was when my Crohn's disease was at its absolute worst. I had no diagnosis, I had no medication, no treatment. I was actually taking high dose painkillers, like prescribed to me, and even that was a problem too. But that's more to go back to the doctors who didn't believe that there was something wrong with me. They just thought I had pain caused by mental health issues. It was just an absolute joke what I went through to get diagnosed with Crohn's disease. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. And so yeah, Destiny saved my life because there were times where I could have just driven my car into a truck. I actually had a brother who committed suicide probably a year or two just before the time when I was starting getting Crohn's disease. And so it was just really hard. It was a really hard time. So yeah, I gotta say Destiny saved my life in terms of mental health, and it gave me something to do, something to strive for. I didn't have to move. It took my mind away from the reality of the pain I was in, the reality of the helplessness I felt in life due to doctors, due to specialists, just hospitals. I felt helpless, and Destiny gave me, I could run. I could be this character who could run. I had supers, I could jump. In the game, I could do anything. But in reality, I was bound to a lounge for a year and I couldn't move, taking painkillers. So that now leads to the part where Destiny became a hindrance. And even now, to this, like at the moment when I'm writing this video, I actually hadn't played Destiny for a long period of time, like not as much as I used to. I now only play Destiny probably 2 hours a night, maybe. And that's, at the moment in Australia, there's football, and I'm a massive football rugby league fan. I do Supercoach every year, and so Thursday night there's football, Friday night there's football, Sunday there's football, Monday night there's a football show, Sunday there's a football show. So I like to watch all of those football things. So Destiny is on the back burner. Now that I've got all this recording equipment, I play the guitar a lot more, which I used to before Destiny came along. I used to play the guitar a lot. So I don't play Destiny as much. And my life is more balanced. I think playing Destiny, your life is controlled by the game. Yeah, you spend most of your time, because there's so much to do, there's so much to grind for. But over the last year, Destiny is there's just gotten too much. There's too much to do, and it's become monotonous, and I needed a break. So, which has been really good. I've been doing lots of videos on YouTube, lots of content. So it's been fantastic. But because of this Solstice of Heroes, I've decided I wanted to get this armor set on all 3 characters. So I've been grinding again, and because I've been grinding again, I have less time on the guitar. Yeah, less time doing other stuff. And it really takes a toll on your quality of time. Jeez, have I died yet? I don't think I have. So yeah, at the moment I've been playing again. And what I said before about the friends I made when I was sick and I was doing raids, well, I actually had a baby just over 2 years ago, and since he's been born, I haven't actually done a raid since Forsaken came out. So that is Last Wish. What's the other one? Last Wish, Crown of Sorrow, Scourge of the Past, and so I just don't have the time to do raids anymore. Raids take up a lot of time. Like I enjoy doing them, but it's just so time consuming, and I don't have the time to do it anymore. I find that it took too much toll on the rest of my life, trying to balance out a life. And I think that's what Destiny and video games in general do. If you can't balance out your life when you've got kids, other hobbies like guitar, if you surf, if you go to the gym or anything like that, Destiny takes up a lot of your time. And that was one massive negative with Destiny. But there's lots of positives. You make friends. It's a challenge. There's challenges. I think challenges are important. It's even skill-based. Like there's PvP, which is very frustrating, but it's a skill. But at the moment, with this Solstice of Heroes, I have been playing more, and I enjoy it. But there's times where the game just gets too much. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on video games, or if you play Destiny, and if you've felt this way with your experience, if it's too grindy, because at times it can take grip of your life, and it's hard to break the cycle of playing. But luckily for me, I play the guitar, and that actually takes up a lot of time. It's like a similar thing. Destiny gaming is a hobby, but you can't let it take over your life. But the main facts I want to make from this video is it helped me in my darkest times and gave me something to strive for. It challenged me. It took my mental state out of the body I was in and put me into a video game. And yeah, I'm really thankful. I think I don't know what would have happened to me if I hadn't have come across Destiny at the time when I did. And so for that, I'm thankful. But I'm also very cautious, and I know how dangerous gaming and playing video games can be, because you can get stuck doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And that's unhealthy. It's really unhealthy. Yeah, so leave a comment down below what your experience with playing Destiny is. If you have health issues and if it's helped you through your dark times. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.